Okay. Now
There
let
you
me
go.
just see if the
I
sound...
think you if you're saying, why is it doing that? Okay. All right, we just, everybody's listened to the beginning of the podcast. I don't know why that happened.
Okay, just 1 second. We're going to
let's-
tell him to hold on. Just hold on a second. It's coming back. Sorry about this, people listening on demand. This is part 2 of Lady and the Legend, Sunday morning. It seemed like we lost... I don't know what happened, but this is part 2. We're just waiting for sound. If you are getting annoyed with us, just fast forward it a little bit. We're doing the games. We're going over the recaps. Do you want to do a commercial?
No.
Well, you have to, because you have to.
I'm very upset with this crap.
Well, there's nothing you can do.
All right,
and we're on live. So,
okay, we'll be back. All right, we're back, okay?
Yes, we need
All
to
right.
wait for the sound to come through.
Okay, we are back. All
this
good?
Is so strange.
All right, Big Al just got the sound back.
Okay, he did?
Mm-hmm. Okay, everybody
So,
else?
do you have the sound back, Big Al? Tell me the truth. Can
Sound
you hear
is
me
good.
talking to you?
Zilmo says sound is good. What does Eddie Ekman say?
I just don't see it. Okay, I see it now. Okay, we're back.
All right.
Please refresh, everybody.
Everybody refresh. And let's go.
We're back. Let's get going. All right, we were talking about... Thank you for letting us know, Malpal. That was crazy. That was strange. I've never seen that before. So, what are we doing? We're doing the games?
We're doing the games. The White Sox and the Marlins. I'm getting dirty looks. Go ahead. We're not doing anything. Now we're not talking at all. San Diego. You know what?
Why are you bringing up San Diego?
Because I made a mistake. It's Gene Segura, and I said San Diego.
He was the Phillies before now.
So Miami's 5-run 19th lead with 2-out double. The Marlins beat the White Sox 5-1. They left 12 runners on base, 1 for 16. I mean, are the White Sox, are the Marlins for real or what?
They left 12 runners on base and went 1 for 16 with runners in scoring position. If that's real, I guess so. But they still won for the 7th time in the last 8 games. You like Luis Arias. You love to talk about him. He's 2 hits. His batting average is .402 in 60 games. Alcantara did a good job yesterday. He pitched 7 innings of 3-run ball. I don't know why it says only one of the runs was earned. It was 7 innings with 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, 4. And Michael Kopech, who's been excellent, he pitched 5 scoreless innings, but Chicago did not win. Chicago dropped 6-2 in June, and Kopech came in. He hit the very first 2 batters.
You listening, Daniel Ferrara? This is your boy.
Kopech hit the first 2 batters, and then he worked out of trouble for most of the day. Like I said, no earned runs for Kopech yesterday, and he has a 1.72 ERA over his last 5 starts. And the White Sox got their only run from Andrew Vaughn, and it was on Alcantara's first or second pitch. It was early, and it was Andrew Vaughn's first homer since May 29th and 8th of the season. But who wants to hear an update on Eloy?
Update on Eloy?
Yeah, do you want to hear an update on
Yes.
Eloy? Lenny still works here. He can't be fired. Otherwise, it might be a different story.
All right, Chris from Cambridge says we have an old sound.
The show now has such an old folks vibe. I could smell perfume and I'm putting out doilies on the table.
At least you know how to spell doilies. I couldn't figure out what that was.
Why does it have an old folks vibe?
Because I'm old. Eloy missed a second straight game, but he could return to the lineup during the 3-game series.
That's
Eloy.
true, Leonard. You probably do.
I'm old.
When you yell at the blowers and the people on the phone, you really have this angry old guy sound.
Let's go to Cincinnati. Ellie De La Cruz, a stolen base.
Wait a minute. What?
Whoa.
I said I was going to do an Eloy thing.
All right, go ahead. You got an Eloy thing? Go ahead.
Eloy missed his second straight game. He could return to the lineup today. We'll see. Who knows? But Eloy is not on the injured list and he's not playing. That's it. Maybe, and let's talk about Ellie. Let's talk about Abbott. Okay?
Yes.
These two youngsters. What do we got going on in Reds? It's like the season of the prospects for the Reds.
Andrew Abbott pitched a shutout ball for the second straight start.
And Malpal picked him up in one of the leagues, and Boston Paul was so annoyed.
Cincinnati beat St. Louis 8-4. And De La Cruz, who made his big league debut Tuesday, he has a 5-game hitting streak, batting .316, got a double, triple, homer, 3 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. Wow.
So Ellie ran through the third base coach's stop sign. J.R. House is the third base coach for Cincinnati, and he was telling Ellie to stop. Ellie did not stop. He was lucky to not be out because otherwise the manager, David Bell, he says he wasn't upset with De La Cruz, but would he have been upset if De La Cruz got out? When you blow through a third base coach stop sign, is that something that should be nipped in the bud immediately, or just because he's safe, is that okay?
Well, sometimes you can't help it. Other times it's because you're not paying attention. But you got to listen to the coach.
Abbott's 24 years old. He debuted last Monday. He beat Milwaukee, allowed 5 hits and 3 walks in 5 2/3. He struck out 4. He has pitched 11 2/3 scoreless innings. He's allowed 6 hits. At AAA this season in 38 1/3 innings, he struck out 54 batters and he had a 3.05 ERA. So this Abbott fella is a great thing. You might want to look at him today. And then you might not be looking at Smith-Shawver. Because that's who
Miles Mikolas gave up 5 runs and 7. Is Mikolas fantasy relevant, in your opinion?
You're the one always pushing him. I've never had him on my team.
No, he's maybe a number 4 starter. You had Dylan Carlson, 2-run homer. You had Paul Goldschmidt, had an RBI double. He's just having a great year for Paul Goldschmidt.
Matt McLean, another youngster, tripled.
Yep. Lars Nootbaar, by the way, has pain and stiffness in his back. He's a few days away from returning to baseball activity, so don't expect him back so fast.
Caleb Adam Wainwright. That's Adam Wainwright's boy. He's 4 years old.
Yeah.
He got to throw out the ceremonial first pitch yesterday. I think that's great.
Fantastic.
They gave him a loud round of applause. But they should have had him throw the first pitch today because Adam Wainwright is pitching tonight.
Yeah, why didn't they do that?
I don't know, but Hunter Green's going up against Adam Wainwright.
Minnesota and Toronto, Carlos Correa's second career grand slam. Max Kepler, Trevor Larnach also homered. Minnesota leads the American League Central 33-32. They scored 7 runs in their previous 5 games.
Yeah, but they scored 7 runs in the 8th inning yesterday.
Yep, big difference. Correa is batting .366 with 4 homers. So Carlos Correa, if he has been dropped, and there are some that have dropped him because of the plantar fasciitis, because he wasn't hitting, .366, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. I know it's all against Toronto in 10 games, but he is going to come on and turn it around. Yeah,
well, Trevor Richards became the 6th Blue Jays pitcher to start a game this season, striking out 7 over 3 shutout innings. 3 innings. And then Joe Ryan for the Twins, he allowed 3 runs and 6 hits in 6 innings.
Kevin Kiermaier didn't start for the second straight game. Left Thursday, hit on the left wrist, but he pinch ran in the 10th inning.
All right, Edouard Julien, he reached base 3 times. He was actually recalled from AAA to take the place of Jorge Polanco, who was placed on the injured list retroactive to Friday. So Edouard Julien will play in the foreseeable future. Toronto's trying to avoid a sweep tonight. Kevin Gausman's run 3 straight starts. He's unbeaten since May 4th, and he's pitching against Louis Varland tonight.
San Diego beats Colorado 3-2 to extend the Rockies' losing streak to 6. Manny Machado
Macho Man
had 3 hits and made a crucial catch. Gary Sanchez had his first inning RBI single.
Tatis hit a go-ahead 2-run single in the 6th. So these guys are gearing up, okay?
Gary Sanchez is hitting .282, 5 homers, 12 RBIs in 11 games since San Diego claimed him from the Mets.
I know. The poor Mets. You could name a laundry list of players that the Mets traded, right?
And Tatis, opposite field single into right, 32 RBIs in 28 games.
Korea's too good not to turn it around, but the plantar fasciitis may beg to differ with you, Boston Paul. It doesn't matter how good you are if you can't run. Nolan Jones homered. Ryan Weathers allowed 3 hits in 3 innings. Kyle Freeland, 6 hits, 5 innings. You got Randall. Okay, there was a lot of caught stealing yesterday and 0 actual.
Caught stealing? What, they
Yes.
use a small base? Josh Hader struck out 2 in a perfect ninth, 15 save and 18 chances.
All right.
Elias Diaz left in the top of the 8th. Took a foul ball off the mask, but he was removed for precautionary reasons.
Yeah, well, he got hit in the mask the day before, too. It was the second time in a row that he's been hit by a foul pitch. Anyway, Chris Bryant's progressing. He's getting closer to resuming baseball activities, but C.J. Cron he's still focusing on strengthening activity, and he's not even ready to begin baseball activities. So C.J. Cron, I know there was a question in the chat the other day. Blake Snell goes against Dinelson Lamet. What a waste on Dinelson Lamet, this guy.
Yeah, you can't take him. He's not fantasy relevant.
He would be if he pitched more than 2 innings at a time. Anyway, putting him as the starter or opener, it crushes his fantasy value. He was much better off if he came in after the opener because you don't need to get 5 innings to earn a win. So yesterday with Baltimore Orioles, Eddie's team.
Cole Irvin got his first victory with bullpen. Gunnar Henderson and Adam Frazier homered. The Orioles stretched the Kansas City losing streak to 5. Baltimore has won 3 in a row for the first time since the middle of May.
A week ago?
All right. Forgive me. Go ahead. The Orioles are 16 games over 500. Kansas City's lost 8 of 9. Second worst record in the majors. And Oakland is starting to move up on Kansas City.
Irvin allowed 1 run and 6 hits. 5 in the 3rd inning. Struck out 5. Bobby Witt Jr. got caught stealing. Anyway, Cole Irvin was recalled yesterday. He made his first major league start since April. He really did demonstrate a lot better control. He didn't walk anybody. And the first 3 starts of the season, before he got demoted, he walked 8 batters over 12 2/3 innings.
Yeah, it was really bad. And this Gunnar Henderson, who was hyped up beyond belief, he batted leadoff for the first time. 3rd time in 90 career games, and he hit a slider into left center field to give Baltimore a 3-0 lead. Keep an eye out for this kid. He could be a good one. And Kansas City reinstated Edward Olivares from the restricted list, and as Andy said, Vinny Pasquantino goes on the 10-day injured list.
Cedric Mullins has finally started baseball activities, so we'll see about that.
Moving on to the Nationals and the Athletics.
Should I be more upset that I dropped Marcell Ozuna or that I dropped Francisco Alvarez?
Probably Ozuna. Ozuna and Acuna each hit a 2-run homer in the 2nd inning off of Mackenzie Gore. Atlanta won their 7th straight game. They are the best team in baseball, in my opinion.
40-24. They have the best league. They have the best record in the National League.
Well,
and they're looking for a 6th straight division title. But Ozuna, 13th homer. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I literally dropped 25 home runs off my roster.
And Acuna
so far, and it's a
homer.
third of the way through the season.
Unbelievable.
Does that mean I've lost 75 home runs between these two?
And Acuna is who is the 2018 Rookie of the Year, 3 for 4. Is Acuna the best player in baseball?
Right now he is.
Would he be your number 1 pick next year?
No, I'm still going with Ramirez.
You're still going with who? Julio?
Jose.
Oh, Jose.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Acuna is crushing it. Maybe I'll change my mind. He's got enough experience now. Anyways, Acuna 3 for 4, batting .333, his 5th career game with at least 3 extra base hits, and first since August 15th. Gore, 4 hits, 5 runs, 5 innings. Mackenzie Gore started the season good, but he hasn't won a game since April 26th, 8 starts ago.
Jared Schuster pitched on 9 days rest, 8 hits, 3 runs. He was 2-0 with a 3.1 ERA over his previous 3 starts, but he was chased a couple of times, so watch this kid. And A.J. Minter got his 9th save in 12 chances. He gave up a leadoff homer to Stone Garrett.
But Lane Thomas keeps popping up in the recaps.
Yes, he does.
This guy tripled and scored a 2-run double. The Braves lead the NL with an 11-5 record against lefties this year and improved to 17-5 against the NL East. And the Nationals have dropped a season-high 6 in a row, their longest skid since losing 6 straight last August.
And Boston Paul was at the game watching Joey Meneses go 2 for 4, reaching safely in a career-high 17 straight. He's hitting .348 during that streak. But how many home runs, Boston Paul? That's the name of the game.
All right. There was 35,000 fans yesterday for the Guardians.
Yeah.
Jose Abreu, he's coming around. He homered and drove in 3 runs. J.P. France stayed around until the 7th inning. J.P. France, good job yesterday. He still walked 6, so that's not a good job. He walked 6. That's horrible. That just disregards everything I say about he did last 6 2/3. He was helped by 3 double plays. He gave up 3 runs and 7 hits. They say it was a solid outing. I don't think it was a solid outing. Not when you walk 6 batters, so there you go.
Ryan Presley struck out Will Brennan, got his 12th save. But you're right about France. 2nd straight solid outing. He won a season-high 7 innings.
Abreu.
Yeah, he's coming on. With Alvarez out, I mean, come on. He's going to have to do something. All right? They placed Alvarez on the 10-day injured list, right oblique discomfort. So the Astros could be in trouble without Alvarez. But Abreu seems to be emerging from an extended power outage. He didn't hit his first homer of the season until the end of May. So let's see what happens.
The Astros stole 6 bases yesterday for the first time since 2013. 5 of the steals came with Mike Zunino behind the plate, but Dusty Baker said it was more of what Houston was seeing from the pitchers rather than the lack of skill by Zunino.
Okay.
Andres Jimenez was not in the starting lineup. He twisted his arm on Friday, and he did come in as a pinch hitter, so don't fear about that. And tonight you get to see the rain was supposed to rain out today's game, so they moved the start up to 12:40 instead of 1:40. It's Brandon Bielak against Shane Bieber.
And White Sox Al has just joined us. Good morning. And, of course, we talked about Domingo Germán. He was in trouble for 6 innings. But not Cole. What's his first name? Calhoun. Willie Calhoun. Tie-breaking homer. Okay, unbelievable how Calhoun and Jake Bauers, with Harrison Bader out with a hamstring, he leaped at the left field wall. He robbed Rafael Devers of an extra base hit. So
yeah, okay, so he's good at defense. That's it.
I'll tell you what, Gleyber Torres, everybody wanted him traded. He had a 4th inning homer off Tanner Houck.
Tanner Houck went 6 innings, though, 6 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. And, home run from Devers, Torres, and Willie Calhoun. Stolen base from Turner and Duvall. Adam Duvall, did you expect him to steal a base in his first game back?
Come on, you don't expect that at all. I expected Clay Holmes to work the 9th for his 8th save in 10 chances, and he did. So he's doing okay.
So Trevor Story is actually throwing from 110 feet now and taking batting practice.
Okay. Now's the time to pick up Trevor Story.
Yeah, Alex Cora said he's expected to continue his rehab in Boston, so they're not talking about a rehab assignment yet. But Bader is continuing to ramp up his activity. Boone said he wasn't sure if Bader would require a rehab stint or not. He's eligible to come off the injured list already. So tonight you get to see Clark Schmidt against Brayan Bello.
This is the Lady and the Legend show, and thank you all for supporting us. We're sorry about the technical difficulties, but we're moving right on. The Cubs in San Francisco Hendricks didn't allow a hit until Mitch Haniger doubled, but that's amazing. Amazing that Hendricks would come in at this stage of the game and pitch almost a no-hitter.
Yeah, he only faced one batter over the minimum, which was when he walked Michael Conforto in the second inning. He retired 19 batters in a row before Haniger hit a homer off of him, and that ended the longest no-hit bid in the majors this season. Brebbia came in to open. He pitched 2 innings, and they have him on as another opener tonight. So this guy's going to actually pitch 2 days in a row. Woo, woo.
Woo. Christopher Morel hit a homer and drove in 3 runs.
Matt Mervis hit a homer.
Matt Mervis hit a homer, so not too bad.
What about Cody Bellinger? He took batting practice, and he did some running yesterday before the game. So, Come on, man. When's he coming back?
Bellinger coming back. Mariners and the Angels. J.P. Crawford, 4 hits. Julio Rodriguez, 3 for 5 with a homer. Seattle beat the Angels despite Shohei Ohtani going deep for the 3rd time in 5 games.
Yeah, Eugenio Suarez had 3 hits, and the Mariners set a season high with 16 hits and snapped the Angels' 5-game winning streak. Ohtani is tied for 3rd in the majors with 18 home runs. He's gone 12 for 28 during a 7-game hitting streak.
So the Mariners center fielder Rodriguez, who was last year's Rookie of the Year, is batting .366 over his last 16 games. That's 26 for 71. He is starting to live up to his name.
Yeah. Brian Wu, 4 2/3, 7 strikeouts and 2 earned runs. He's been doing well for the Mariners. Against Patrick Sandoval, who's 8 strikeouts and 5 earned runs on 10 hits in 5 innings. That's not a good outing. This is his 5th straight start that he's lost. He struck out 8. He allowed 10 hits and 5 runs. So he's lost 5 straight. That's horrible.
Okay.
Joe Adell was optioned to AAA. Can you believe that?
No.
Yes, he was, because Hunter Renfroe came off the paternity list, and just the other day the manager was saying that they wanted to keep his spirits high and his confidence up, and then they demote him after he played well. I think that's horrible.
Hard to believe.
Anyways.
L.A. and Philadelphia, Bobby Miller, we told you about him. 1 for the 3rd time in 4 starts. J.D. Martinez continues to hit with a home run. David Peralta homered. The Dodgers drove in a. The Dodgers won for the 2nd time in 7 games. Mookie Betts had 2 hits. So Miller doing a good job.
Absolutely. Bobby Miller doing a great job. Aaron Nola pitched 6 1/3, 7 strikeouts, 6 earned runs. I mean, Dave Roberts says he's impressed with his rookie Bobby Miller, but I would say that he deserves more credit than that. He's pitched 2 great games, and he hasn't allowed an earned run, so that's great. Andre Jackson, he got his 2nd save. I don't know why they keep putting Andre Jackson in there. He's not that good. I think his ERA is like in the 7s or something crazy. I could be exaggerating.
Alec Bohm has been out since May 31st. They got the left hamstring. He says he felt good on Saturday and could be activated today. Good. Alec Bohm. And Taiwan Walker is going to start for the Phillies in the final on Sunday afternoon. The Dodgers haven't announced who they're pitching.
Yeah, they said they're probably going to use a left-handed opener.
Okay, it's time for the Mets, and you're going to see the Mets breaking it up. You're going to see the Yankees, in spite of what they say, they're breaking up their teams. You'll see. The Mets stopped a 7-game losing streak. That was the longest in 4 years. They beat Pittsburgh 5-1. Mark Conrad did a great job at first base, and but he's not going to get a lot of playing time.
Yeah.
And Cody Senga allowed an unearned run and 2 hits.
Andrew McCutchen is going for his 2,000th hit, and he's stuck there because he went 0 for 3 yesterday with a walk.
So there you go. And, of course, the Mets' $355 million payroll had given up 51 runs during their elongated losing streak. But Francisco Alvarez, 12th homer. Brandon Nimmo's playing great. Alvarez homered leading off the 8th against Colin Holderman, a former Met. Conrad doubled. Oviedo gave up 2 runs, 4 hits. The Pirates lost for the 3rd time in 10 games. How about that?
Yep.
And Oakland, let's get to this game. It's the big game of the day. Winning streak is 4 games.
Yeah, they beat the Brewers 2-1. Aledmus Diaz RBI single in the 10th inning gave him the win. Even with the winning streak, the A's are still sucky, but that's okay. Paul Blackburn and 4 relievers combined on a 6-hitter for Oakland. They have a major league high 6.40 ERA. So, Fujinami pitched. This guy Fujinami, he is not a starter anymore. They've demoted him down. He pitched 1 inning yesterday, struck out 1, and got the win.
Sam Long got his first save. Who is Sam Long?
It was 10 innings, so.
But still, Sam Long got his first save. J.J. Bleday had a run-scoring single, and the pinch hitter William Contreras tied the score in the 8th inning with a home run off Richard Lovelady. I love that name.
The Brewers went 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position, stranded 8 runners, but the Brewers are still 1 percentage point behind Pittsburgh in the NL Central. Did you ever think you'd be saying that this year?
And what do you think of Julio Teheran?
Allowed 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 walk. Season high 7 innings. He actually has a 1.48 ERA in 4 starts since he signed with the Brewers on May 25th. But he's gotten just 4 runs of support and 0 over his last 15 innings. So.
Are you recommending anybody pick up Julio Teheran?
Yeah, why not? I would pick him up.
Tyrone Taylor got a cortisone shot. But... All right. So that's it. And let's go to the Texas-Tampa, the 2 of the best teams in baseball. What do you think, Nate Eovaldi?
He became the major second 9-game winner. That's pretty good. Corey Seager had a career-high 5 hits and 4 RBIs. The Rangers beat the Rays 8-4. Eovaldi, 4 runs, 7 hits, 6 1/3. He's 8-0 in his last 10 starts, and Texas stopped a 7-game winning streak by the Rays. So that's that. Corey Seager doing his thing. 2-run double and a 3-run third. Taj Broadley was the starter yesterday.
Francisco Mejia was supposed to be a star. I remember going to the Arizona Fall League to watch him catch, and I take a look on the field. He's playing third base. I take another look the next time I went. He's playing left field. He got off to a bad start in his pro career, and he homered for the Rays, 30-7 at home. And Shane McClanahan, the Major's 9-game winner, will start Sunday's rubber game.
That's the other major, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And there you go. Anything else? Bradley gave up 5 runs, 4 hits, and a big day for baseball.
Yeah, Nathaniel and Josh Lowe played against each other. They were actually both in the lineup for the first time. Josh Lowe had 2 doubles and 4 at-bats, and Nathaniel Lowe went 0 for 3. But both of these guys are great for fantasy. I'll say that. I have both of these guys. Doesn't matter. I'll take Josh and Nathaniel.
We love everybody for their support. Big Al, here early, Boston Paul, Meneses. I'm calling you Boston Paul Meneses from now on, okay? Chris Cambridge, David Ferrera, or Daniel.
Hey, what's he going to name his dog?
What are you naming your dog, Daniel? Eddie Heckman, James Caprion, the King Hap is here, Laura is here, Mal Pal, post 1958.
And Tina.
And Tina, Mal Pal, Tina, Rotorius, SM King Turd, Tommy Johnson, Triple Play, White Sox, Al Zelmo, and that's it for now. I'll be back if I can muster up the energy to come back tomorrow. Anybody have any questions or anything? Absolutely, give me a holler. Okay, and we'll put the number in the chat room.
He's going to name his dog Socks.
Come on. You're naming your dog Sucks?
Socks.
Oh, Socks. I think Sucks is a better name. Or how about this one?
Does he have white feet? You could name him White Sox.
How about this one? Socks.
Big Poppy. You could name him Big Poppy. I had a guinea pig once, and we named him Little Poppy.
How about Socks Sucks? How about that?
Sox do suck.
There's the
Red Sox suck.
We'll speak to you later, and thanks, everybody.
Later.